when you do have to meet force with force, in most places, it's a measured response. So if someone who's your same size, your same age, your same physical abilities comes at you with fists or bare hands, you are going to have to meet them with that same level of force with bare hands. So, you know, you better get your boxing skills up, or your, your kung fu skills or your judo skills or something up, because if they don't come at you with a deadly weapon, all things being equal, size, and you're matched up physically pretty well, then you're going to have to defend yourself just with meet that same level of force with your force. So fists with fists, etc. You simply can't pull out your gun and shoot them because they're coming at you, with their fist. All right. So you should be prepared to meet force with force on a measured level. Okay. Small level of force against a small level of force, and that scale, of course, goes all the way up to deadly force, meaning gun. If they come at you with a deadly weapon, you can respond with a deadly weapon. So and now there's also a thing here, multiple attackers. If you're attacked by multiple people, you're alone by yourself, and you have multiple attackers, you might be able to take one of those attackers in a fight, man to man, woman to woman, whatever, but you cannot take two or three of them. Two or three of them will overwhelm you, get you down on the ground, and you'll be at a disadvantage. Because of that, that difference in force, you're able to then use your gun as a force multiplier, and you're probably going to find some justification. Now, there is no exact on this. Every one of these cases is going to be looked at by law enforcement and legal authorities, so there is no exact. What I'm telling you is not always exactly the way it's going to happen, because there's a lot of factors here. But basically, if there's multiple people attacking you, that is a disparity of force. 3 or 4 of them can easily overtake you. Therefore, you can use your weapon to equalize those numbers. Now, male on female, same way. It's always assumed generally that males can overpower females. So a male attacking a female, the female, I would say in almost every case, is probably going to be allowed the justification to use a firearm to overcome the attackers, either at one single male attacker or multiple. Women are going to have a much easier time justifying this multiple attacker thing than men are, or a one-on-one scenario, man on woman. The woman is going to it's going to be easier for her to justify her response. So if you're attacked with a deadly weapon, then of course you can respond with a deadly weapon. And if the bad guy comes at you with a 6-inch Bowie knife, your handgun certainly is the proper response. So remember that force is measured on a sliding scale, and you cannot immediately just go to your gun because you're threatened. You need to remember that. Now, the best advice here comes from a guy by the name of Rory Miller in a book called Facing Violence. He said, you use the minimum level of force that will get you or another out of the situation intact. Your safety is the goal of the best resolution. What you want to do if you're attacked is simply resolve the situation by getting yourself out of the bad situation. Once you are safe, the people you are with are safe, the people you're defending are safe, the situation is then resolved, and your involvement in it should end. Let then the police take up the pursuit, the arrest, the prosecution of the bad guys. You are not, generally, most of us are not deputized. Once you are safe and you've obtained your safety, then it's time to stop. So, where we are in Kansas, you are legally able to defend yourself, another person, somebody that you come across who's being attacked, a home or dwelling, a workplace, or an occupied vehicle. So if you're in your vehicle, you're being attacked in your vehicle, carjacked, you can defend that vehicle if you're in it as if it's your home. Of course, you can always defend your home. You have a right to be there. The other person comes in, if they are threatening to you, if they break down your door, and they are doing anything construed to be threatening, of course, and you can defend your home and yourself there. All right. And in Kansas, you have no duty to retreat, which means if the threat, the means, and the opportunity are clearly established, you can fight. You can fight. Some states, and if you carry, and if you have a Kansas permit, and you carry out of state to another state, you need to make sure that that state also has the same laws, or you need to be familiar with the laws of the other state. Kansas, you have no duty to retreat, meaning if you're in a place where you're allowed to be, you have permission to be, and you're attacked, and you have no other choice, the threat, the means, and the opportunity are established, then you can fight. You can fight. In other states, sometimes they require you to retreat first. If you can retreat, you've got to retreat. Only when you're cornered then can you defend yourself. Now you can guess that those states are probably not quite as conservative maybe as some of the states that have stand your ground, or no duty to retreat. It's also known as stand your ground. Meaning that if you're attacked and you have a right to be there, you don't have to run away. Right? Now, the best advice, of course, is, as we've mentioned, walk away when you can. If you can walk away, do it. If you don't have to have the fight, don't have the fight. Okay? And also, in many jurisdictions, and I would dare say most probably, if you do all the things properly, you have the proper justifications, you've made the right choices, the right mental choices, you are quite likely then to not be prosecuted, not be arrested, have them decide that it was justified self-defense, and in fact then there'll be no additional criminal actions against you. And you might find that even in civil actions there might be some immunity there as well for civil action, meaning you'll be sued by somebody. So, when the whole thing's said and done and you're making a statement, keep that statement as brief as possible. Stick to the facts, stick to the facts, just the facts, okay? Don't embellish, don't get over the top, just the facts, all right? Say things like, I've never been so afraid in all my life, I thought I was going to die, I couldn't run away, I was forced to defend myself, I had no other choice, I was in fear of death or great bodily harm, I thought they were going to kill me or injure me or my children or whoever I'm with, my grandma. That's probably enough of a statement. You're saying that I was defending myself, it was a purely self-defense, and that's about as far, excuse me, that's about as far as I would probably go, and then simply say, I'm pretty shaken up right now. Can I come down later when I've calmed down and make a full statement? I'll be happy to do that, but I'm really shaken up right now, but I was just simply defending myself, and that's the guy that attacked me, and that's the knife, and these people were the witnesses. They saw what happened. They can tell you, I'm really shaken up. I just, need to sit down and think about this a little bit, and I'll make a statement later. But I was defending myself. Now, also, if you call 911 and you give the same information on 911, that's going to get recorded, and it'll be recorded then on 911. So your whatever you say, if you say the right things, then they go in your favor. That's good. Now, self-defense is if you do have to go to court, for some reason you do get arrested, they charge you with something, and you do have to go to court, they charge you with manslaughter or something like that, you have to go to trial and you are going to plead self-defense. That is called an affirmative defense, which means that you're going to say, yes, I shot Billy Bob the bad guy because he was trying to kill me. So you've admitted to shooting the person or persons, but you're going to use your defense as, I was justified, it was self-defense, and then you're going to present your case, or your lawyer's going to present your case, why you were justified. And hopefully the 12 reasonable people on your jury are going to say, wow, I had done the same darn thing. Why is this guy even on trial? Throw the case out, you know, you're good to go. So those are things to remember, and I strongly encourage you to review those things. There's many, many great books out there, lots of good reading out there. Masad Iob, he has some great reading out there, some great books on this. Many other authors have things out there. Definitely go out and study. If you're going to carry concealed, make sure you know what your justifications are. Make sure you know the laws of your state or the state that you're traveling in if you've got a permit that is recognized by a different state. So that's what we wanted to say, and we hope this helps you. And you know, we do this so we can help keep people safe. Thanks for watching.